All right. Welcome back, YouTube. We're up to episode 20 now, which is going to involve us doing a little more trading at the beginning because we got part of the way through respecking into low life, but didn't get to finish it. This will be our actual end game build. So I'm very excited to see how it works in low life. We got most of our gear on last time. We need to catalyst up a ring. We need to buy a second ring. We need to replace this onslaught jewel. And we need to get some crafts, which I'm going to have to get from other people. So that's going to be interesting. Because I don't have the crafts, which means I'm going to tip people and get people to do crafts for me. Mind you, there won't be that many. So, yeah. That is pretty much everything. Interesting. I just noticed I have to bless that. Which build is this? So this is the Working Class Exile series build, is what it is. So we're going to hit go, and then we're going to start doing some trading. And boom. Okay, so what did I actually have to do? I wanted to catalyst that. That's where I wanted to start. So we're just going to go bulk item exchange. I'd like to buy some catalysts, please. And I'm going to try and pick those up. $38. Fantastic. Dum doo doo doo. Thank you. And that was where we were going to start. And then we're also going to bless the implicit on that. Fuck, I'll stop at 15 again. Oh, come on. Oh, come on. Right, 15 will do. That's fine. That's fine. That's close enough. Okay, so that gives us this. So now we need to buy another ring. Dum dum dum. What is our chaos res like now? -30. I would love it if there was just a tiny bit of chaos res on the ring. But I don't know if that's possible. Can I see your wand? There it is. Yeah, I don't think it's possible to fit some chaos res on there. That's okay. -30 will be fine. -30 will be fine. So let's pick up a ring. Can I find a ring? Can I find a ring? I can find a few mini X rings that suit my needs. Oh, there's one. Let's see if he's happy to sell. Perfect. Perfect. Pity about that melee damage roll, but we'll take it. Again, I would love to bless it more, but Oh, I lost a mana. That's a good amount of mana, and there's the right amount of res. Did I do that right? I did. Fantastic. Okay, so now we got our res sorted. I'm gonna need to buy a bunch of regrets. Oh, we might not have our res sorted. Well, another logo pin from Exocon. Nice. So we want both of these still. They're really good. We're still keeping them. However, I mean, we could keep that. That's not the worst. We could actually keep that. That's fine. Never mind. We only need new smalls for the end. That's it. Okay, so now I need to buy a bunch of regrets. Yum. Crap. Okay. I'm not the standard price. I can just buy them. It's fine. Just gotta pull up the tree again. Okay, so we're gonna do all of that. That gets us to level 84. Okay. Now, unfortunately, we're a little light on the dex requirement, so we're gonna have to keep that dex node. But that's okay. Let's first use every regret we've got. And mind, we've used every regret we've got. Okay, let's try and do some respecking and see what happens. We will need some more. 12 refund points left. We could leave that in. We could reconnect there. Not that makes too much of a difference. Just gets us... There we go. We're going to refund them. And also Mind Over Matter. We don't need that anymore. What else do we not need? Yeah, we really aren't going to need that. And we're not going to use any of this. Oh, that's the end. That's the end. I gotta buy more regrets. It's fine. And regret orbs for Chmaeos orbs. Oh wow, those are cheap as chips. You guys know how cheap these regrets were? Thank you. And that's why we haven't been picking them up. Because they're so cheap. Alright. Refund. We're gonna lose all these. Oh shit, we need strength. Okay, that's fine. We'll figure that out in a minute. Didn't think I was going to run out of strength, but here we are. Right, okay, so we're going to go there. We're going to go this way. We grab that. We're going to grab that. And we're going to grab that. And we're going to grab that. And we're going to pick up a strength node. And I'm pretty sure, yeah, we're going to end up picking up a dex node. So we're just going to throw it in because we need it. And I know we're going to need it. Is it a pain to switch a profile for the extension? Yes. Yes, it is. If it was easy, I would definitely do it. But it's actually a pain in the ass. Grab those. Grab these. With 8 passive points left, what have I done wrong? I shouldn't have 8. I swear I should have had like 4. Oh, I don't have smalls in the end yet. Okay. That's that. Let's grab a Healthy Mind Cobalt Jewel to go right here. Change this life and this life over to mana. Healthy Mind. Increased maximum mana. How much is a perfect one? Expensive. More expensive than I was expecting. How much is an 18%er? Ah, that's better. 25. Let's go. And we're also going to take this out and put this in. Oh, that guy's AFK. Alright. Okay, we need to grab this. I need to see what kind of price we're looking at for the actual skill, which is 2,600. So we're going to want to bump that up pretty heavily. And throw those gems straight into there. That's convenient. We actually just straight up don't want this setup at all anymore. Dash, brand recall, second wind and power. We're going to need that. Two greens and a red. Do we want to do that on there or there? It almost doesn't matter. They're both very difficult. So we're going to go one green. Alright, that'll do. A second green and then a blue. Perfect. Nailed it. We're going to want a clarity and a blood magic somewhere. I don't really need fortify, faster attack, shield charge, but I could use it. I would if I was in hardcore, but we don't need that. It's not important. Alright, what we do need is one of these damn healthy minds. Damn. There we go. Dum dum. That'll do. Eventually, we would buy a 20% healthy mind. But they're only 3% more than this, and they're like 100 chaos, so we might as well have that one for now. Ooh. Now we're getting somewhere. Now we're getting somewhere. 8k mana. Alright, let's see if we can pick up a Zealotry level 20. Gonna need one of them. Literally 4 chaos. And we're actually gonna need this to be all blues, please. Thank you. So we're actually already 3 and a bit K higher in damage than we were before, except now we don't have any auras on at all. And we're about to put on 2 auras and be low life and put on another fevered mind. So we should be quite a ways in front in damage. Okay, we're gonna pick up a Bile Discipline. Dum dum. Bile Discipline was only 10C for a level 20. Dum dum dum. Okay, so now real quick, what do we end up at? This won't be quite indicative because we will get more. $50K? 50,000. Okay. Tell you what, we're gonna take Arcane Vision because yikes, like I need that. That's gotta happen. Right, so we've done that, we've done that. We have technically room for 2 fevered minds and a Watcher's Eye if we want to. I think we do. I think we do. Fevered minds. Three chaos for an okay one. You what? Now we're at 59k. Nice. Now let's keep going. Increased spell damage. Give me at least a 35. Come on. Well, there's a 37 for only 9C. Let's grab that. Dun, dun. Are you quality? Nope. Okay, that guy doesn't want to reply. That's fine. How about this one? 5C. No? I really love trading. Alright, let's pick it up from this guy who just put it up 2 minutes ago. Come on, bud. Come on, bud. Clarity. We had a level 18 clarity there. I've got some I could sell you if you want. I mean, I do want, but I've stuck to the not buying things from chat because the frustration of slow trade is kind of just part of the deal. And since being time sensitive is the #1 point of this project, I feel like skipping the frustrations of trade is kind of slightly cheating. Does that make sense? Yeah, I could swap Controlled Destruction for Energy Shield Leech support, which I might do if it doesn't hit. Oh, whoops. This guy came in first. Thank you, sir. TY. Boom. Didn't hit. Okay. Okay, so now the mana cost is up to half of my mana at 4,000 with a tooltip of 69k. Perfect. Actually perfect, though. Do I have 95 chaos? That's the real question. No. Could you possibly change an X, kind sir? Dum dum. See the extra message. The last thing left is to get some gems here, a blood magic for that, gems here to do my cursing that I want to do, and then off we go with like 3 and a bit to 4 times the damage I had before. Yes, I have change. Yes, fantastic. God, these boots look so out of place on my character, but this account doesn't have any MTXs. But look at the boots just hanging out red at the bottom there. Thank you. Okay. So we got a cheap-ish Watcher's Eye with just a double stat, Zealotry and Leech. Didn't feel like we had enough Leech. Now we definitely do. There are definitely more Watcher's Eyes we could go for, but we got a relatively cheap one to start with. Dum doo doo. Okay, what next? Dum, 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 dum. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We couldn't get into there for energy shield, but we do already have 8,000 ES, so we could take the cast speed for 3 points, which will put us at. It doesn't even show on the tooltip. Already planning on it. Not even a low level one, like a decent one, I think. But we are gonna need a level 20 blood magic to put the highest. Blood magic support to put the highest clarity in we possibly can. Gem level 20, go. Easy. So for anyone wondering, 3 weeks before the end of the league, and I'm able to still do most of the trades I want first try, including like 4C gems and all sorts of stuff. So if you've ever... Oh, that's 111 strength. I don't have that. Or do I? Oh, no, I do. Well, I don't. But I've got Netzubi's foible that lets me put it on anyway. Fantastic. With that in mind, can I get rid of a dex node? Fucking pog. I got 4 more points to spend. Yo. Yo, okay. Okay, I don't think I can afford to put the clarity on. No. So I've got 200. Clarity does 250, so I'm going to need to scour off maybe 4 levels, maybe 5 even. But we want as big of a clarity as we can get, which is why I'm vendoring it down instead of buying a new one, because I really do want the clarity. So I'm going to want that to be like 120, 130-ish. Oh man, maybe I should just go buy a new clarity. Holy crap. I don't think I can afford that quite yet. Although, interestingly enough, how much are those? Yeah, I'll take one of them too. Thanks. 8 chaos for a level 3 enlighten. I'm literally going to put that with my blood magic clarity. Keep as much clarity as I can for that mana regen. Why? Okay, now can I fit in the clarity yet? Oh, still reserves 300 and I've only got 264. So we're still going down. It's going to end up being like a level 11 clarity or something. It's going to end up being, I should have just bought a new one and leveled it, but we're in too deep now. In too deep now. Boom, 11 fits. Okay. Alright, now. Alright, that's some pretty reasonable regen. Like, considering I'll still have lots of recovery and stuff, and like the regen itself is pretty damn good. Which brings us to the next question. Do I start getting minor mana nodes for more damage? I think the answer is yes. Because there's one here for 10% mana. There's one there for 8% mana. There's one there for 8% mana. There's one there for 8% mana. Now we could do that. And I think we will. Squish! Thank you very much for the Twitch Prime. Very much appreciate it. Oh, we're almost at 9k energy shield and at 9.2k mana with a 75k tooltip. That is...
How are your maps?
Now that is with this one, which makes us literally halves our damage, but gives us a really good chunk of energy shield. If we wanted to, we could drop that and put them back in here again, which would up our damage quite significantly. In fact, we'd probably do something like 120, 130, and we'd get a dual socket back because we'd have to drop one Fevered Mind because it's already really good. But I do really like having this much energy shield and being this tanky. So now I need a 4-link setup, which is going to be Curse on hit. Those are a little more expensive than I was expecting. Okay, they're a little cheaper if you don't get a 2020. No arcane cloak. I've got arcane cloak. Right here. Nope, right here. Conductivity? Did I already have a conductivity? I think I did. I just didn't have a quality curse on hit and I wanted to replace that. Oh no, I didn't because I had elemental weakness there. Right, okay. 7 chaos for a conductivity.
Good to see you still.
Oh, whoops. 2 lightning. There's a physical lightning. Wave of conviction. There's a wave of conviction. There's a physical lightning to make sure that it is always a lightning skill. And a curse on hit, and we will pick up this conductivity and be done. 11 chaos for a good, well-leveled one. That's fine. Dum, 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 dum. Oh. And thank you, sir. I believe we are done. We've now got a Val Discipline. We've got Stormbrand sitting at 75k tooltip now. We've got 8.8k energy shield. Oh, we're not done. We need to drop this because it does absolutely nothing for us and get a jewel. Preferably, it needs chance to gain Onslaught. And we need to replace our life flask with something that I haven't figured out yet. No, an Enduring Mana Flask is functionally completely irrelevant. Once you've got like 9,000 energy shield, it just doesn't add enough to matter. Dum, dum, dum. Okay, so we got that. We got Curse. We've got Bleed. We got something that's going to go there. I'm hesitant to put in a Cinder Swallow just because I don't ignite and I don't love... Well... Okay. Dum, dum, dum. Okay. Alright, we're like 40 minutes into today and we haven't even done a single map. I really want to get into mapping. Fire damage to spells. While holding a shield. Can you give me that? And Onslaught? No. I was hoping to get Onslaught and fire damage to spells at the same time, but I don't think that can happen. I mean, a Cinder Swallow is still good. It just isn't as good, I guess. And advantage reveal that I need to change too often. Yeah, we have no, and we haven't had to change very often, right? Like, we just haven't. Zoom. which is good. Imagine if you had to take this much time at tier 5 and tier 10 maps. You don't. Cinder Swallow is an Onslaught fast route. You could drop Onslaught from the duel. Yes, technically. But I don't love... Well... Okay, how much is a Cinder Swallow? Is there any other unique flasks I could use, even? Not really. I mean, Wise Oak if I balanced, but... I don't want to do that. I'm also down to this much currency, so I don't know if Cinder Swallow is a good option right this second. However, I also don't need the movement speed, because the movement speed shares with Alchemist Quicksilver Flask of Adrenaline. Yeah, I'm gonna pass on the Cinder Swallow until I can afford it. Just a bit much. So we'll just get some Onslaught and some mana in a jewel and throw it there. And then I would also employ somebody to craft my belt for me. Now this is the point where I say I'm pretty sure you've got a friend or a guild and that you can get some basic crafting done. Right? And if you're watching it on YouTube and you're like, but I don't have anyone to do my crafting, message us in game and join our guild, or message anyone from the guild and get your crafting done, because we'll do that. It's fine. So, can we steal somebody to craft energy shield on my belt, please? And also, what is the cost? And this character name is Balor Working Class. I'm not actually even in the guild yet. I really should get a guild invite, but I don't know if any of the officers are online. Lol? But I think... yeah, that'll be it. What's the exact craft? Just any kind of energy shield. I think it'll be an energy shield evasion hybrid or something. I don't think you can do flat ES on them. It doesn't matter. It's just got life on it right now, and that's useless. Sweet. Message me. What? Balor Working Class. I assume that's you. Yep, that's you. Every chest art is so sick. It's really good, isn't it? Like, on my main, when I played this build, I just left the ivory chest on and did the rest of my MTX around that. It was like, how can I not? Right? Like, it's too good. Thank you. losing that little bit of life. Means I need to lower clarity one more level.
Long day.
Need a map?
There we go. 8.9 KES, 9.4k mana. Absolutely fantastic. And I'm pretty sure we've got some more nodes we could take if we leveled up. There's another 8% mana. There's another 6% energy shield. There's another 5% energy shield. Short of that, we'd have to do a tiny bit of respecking to fit some more stuff in. Huh. Actually. Wait, can I not respec both of those? Why not? Oh, right. Okay, I'm an idiot then. Never mind. I'll take that strength node back. Natural instinct, but I don't think you have 20x lying around. Yeah, an unnatural instinct would go in for sure. If I'd found one on the floor, I would make sure to put an unnatural instinct in there. Free charges, and then all those nodes get taken, and then those mana nodes there get taken. It's very good. It's also a 20x jewel, so we're not doing that. Okay, Intuitive Leap. Intuitive Leap I don't think is worth it in this build, because then it costs you extra passive points, and by the time you do that, you could have been spending them directly in mana. Maps, yes, but an Onslaught Flask first, which I might not own. I do own. Fantastic. What do I even want out of it? I've already got Bleed, I've already got Curse. How was I immune to freeze before? Oh, I'm immune to all ailments. Right. So I would like it to be something, I mean, poison's fine, but we're really after reduced flask charges. Oh, perfect. And now cast speed would be great. I can't even beastcraft cast speed, so remove burning. I mean, that's useless, but it's an onslaught flask with reduced charges. So we're good to go. That's it. We are actually good to go. That's going to get done. That's going to stay off. That's going to stay off. That's going to stay off. That one's going to go on. Okay. The only other thing we're going to do is flip that.
Need a map?
Okay. So now we have tons of leech, tons of effective life. Quills are going to be a small problem. And now we're on to big boy maps. So what we're going to do here is we're going to run through our maps in this tier and this tier and that tier, and just grab any we see that aren't completed with the woke objective completed as well. Any map, doesn't matter what zone at this point. We've already finished our atlas. I took out a terrace already, didn't I? Yep, cool. Oh, that's a guardian one. I mean, the guardian one's probably fine. That still counts. So we're just pulling out everything. We don't care. Only tier 14s. We don't want that one. That one doesn't count. Only tier 14 and up. With no regard whatsoever for what's actually going on them. And I'm going to chisel them because chisels are cheap. But if this were early league and chisels weren't cheap, I just wouldn't chisel at this stage, or sextant. That's fine. We're after completions, not anything else. And we will also alch a lot of them. Reroll anything that we can't run. And this is where you pull out your Varlorbs, and then you go, okay, Promenade. Needs to be corrupted. Not completed at all. Boom! It's fine. Malformation. Doesn't need to be corrupted. It does, but we've already done that. So that's fine. Shrine needs to be corrupted. Boom. Still runnable. Turrets. Already done, we're just getting the woke, so that's fine. Palace. Already done, just getting the woke, that's fine. Glacier only needs to be magic because it's originally a white gem. So this is what I mean. This is a white map that we just never touched. We never ran it, and that's fine. Oh, we didn't check Infested Valley. Ooh, Infested Valley needs to be corrupted, but it's also a Guardian map. That is a risk. Oh, it's fine. Fantastic. I'm a fairly new player, second league, and the YouTube videos have been great help. Nice. Well, this is our first map as lowlife, so we're about to find out if I've screwed anything up. Did you see that Archmage Stormbrand is getting nerfed according to Bex? Yes, I don't care. If they halve its damage, it'll still be disgustingly good. And if they do enough of a nerf that it matters, we'll just play the exact same playstyle except as an Inquisitor, and it will be fine. That's the... So many videos have been lifesavers. Nice. Look at that red beast, just gone. Just gone. Ooh. Marklinks Alpha. Nice. Hi, beast.
Do not worry, little beast. We are friends now.
Now, some pretty big upgrades for this build would be a woke chain. That would be huge. Why do you keep... Do you ever always attack without moving on? Oh, I've got an echoing shrine on. Right. Yeah, we're not concerned about the Archmage nerf. Frankly, the Inquisitor version of this is just as good or quicker to level. And then a bit squishier. Actually quite a bit squishier right at the beginning of a league start. Like, you will die just a little more often, but way tankier when you get to this stage. So the stage we're at right now, where we've gone low life, it'll have half the damage, but half of the damage is still more than enough in its like proper endgame build. You can get these brands doing like 30 mil per brand, whereas the Inquisitor can only get like 12 mil per brand, which is still 24 million DPS, and it becomes nearly immortal at the same time. So you just really don't have to worry about it. Like, brands will be fine no matter what happens. I heard there was a boss there. Boy. Try and white circle the crystal, just keep chaining? No, you just keep chaining. Chain is one of your best single target damage supports because it's got a 150% mana multiplier.
greater than you ever will be, are long forgotten.
Dum. Bum, bum, bum.
Enough of this!
Like to start as Stormbrand, there will be a full build guide to League Starters Stormbrand on the website before next League starts. And all of my build guides from the website will also be updated to include full endgame gear progression and links to all of the searches to find that sort of gear and things like that. They will be all over the website by next League, and including a Stormbrand. I mean, provided that they don't completely gut Stormbrand when they do the Archmage nerf, right? But I severely doubt it. I don't think that there's a good chance that they could actually do that. They could gut Archmage enough for me to want to just play an Inquisitor version instead. That wouldn't even be that hard. They could do that.
Exile, it is time to hunt.
You have fabricated your entire memory.
My mana is spent.
You think only of victory. Oh.
Yeah, okay, fine.
It's put out new mycelium. Ugh, new roots. New roots. Divine power.
Really do like the black music. Kind of wish that. Oh my god! I just know what I just figured out what I want to do to declutter maps. Wow, that would be way better. You know, we keep talking about removing things from maps and being like, "There's too many 10% map things." The solution is super simple. Make all of those map things far more rewarding. Like, to start with, like, say the blight encounters are twice as long and reward twice as much stuff. Drop the spawn rate on everything to half. Make them all 5%ers instead of 10%ers. But make me happy to see them. So I see them twice as often but get rewarded, or half as often but get rewarded more for them. So the end result is the same amount of reward, but I feel good every time I see one, instead of being like, God, that's annoying. Another thing, really?
survivor, or you will be food. That was a hunt you will not soon forget.
That was fucking quick. Yep, that was still pretty quick. Okay, bud. I was wondering where you were. Let's do this thing. It's like a guardian and a completion map. Both at once. We could do a simulacrum today. Should we do a simulacrum? I think we can do damage now.
You can't leave this dream.
We were putting off the simulacrum because the original version of this build I had set up for the best clear speed I could. Could you please recommend a Stormbrand Inquisitor guide? No, because they're all super out of date. All I can tell you is that I'm going to have one ready for next league. If you sort of know what you're doing and just haven't played Stormbrand before, you could look up some out-of-date ones, but just don't take them as gospel. Never played Stormbrand and I have no idea what I'm doing. Yeah. So I don't personally know of anyone who's done one that's up to date. Like there's a few like low life variants around today. But oh, that's a level 3 in power. That's a level 4 in power. Just straight in. Oh, I was too close to that. Thank you for having a very high health pool. Yikes. Well, my single target damage is significantly better now. That was some nice single target damage. I would like that to be there and that to be there. That was some very nice single target damage. I am happy with that. Warning, this map tier is too low. Damn it, it's one of those.
Learn anything new?
At least it warned you. That means that this is also a level 16 map. That's what that means. Alright, what else do we get here? Nothing we really care about there. You don't have Wave of Conviction on your bar? Did I not just... Oh. I meant to swap those two. Not just straight up get rid of.
You will die alone and afraid.
Still sane, Exile?
What do you got for me? Get out of it. Oh, hello. That's exactly what I was hoping for. A new, uncompleted map.
They are plotting against you.
Hello? Did I proc that too quickly? Yeah. I'll show map surveyor. Yeah, hold on. Yep. Bye. Zoom do do. Spectral shield throw and dark packed area. Fantastic. So I would also kind of like to think that if somebody normally has this level of playtime, that league start weekend, were they interested, they would still try and find more time than that for the league start weekend. Like, even if you found like 4 to 6 hours on those 2 days of league start weekend, you'd be so far in front, right? Like, that would be a huge advantage to take over the normal 90 days. Or 90 minutes, sorry. There's also definitely something I would suggest if it's at all possible. Like if this is you running on a working schedule where you don't normally have it, if you can just get the first weekend of a league and be able to play just like 4 to 6 hours, you'll get, that'll be very helpful. Well, hello. Bum, bum.
They are out to get you.
So while progressing my Atlas, I made a big deal out of trying not to spawn 2 Conquerors at once, because we were very, very closely trying to control our maps and the order of spawns and all of that sort of stuff. Once you have all the watchstones, that's out the window. It doesn't matter anymore. Just... So I'm not even worried about Cirrus. That'll just happen on its own at this point. What we're worried about is getting as much completion as we can. Just getting maps done. This is the time where that matters. The biggest mistake people are making when they're trying to progress their Atlas is they are trying to get completion up before they get all their watchstones, and it is completely wrong. In fact, every single guide that I have seen on YouTube from other creators tells you to do that, and it's wrong. It's wrong and it slows you down. Every single guide tells you to do it, and it is wrong. They tell you, oh, just get your completion up to like 80 or something on white maps. Then you'll have a good pool of maps to try. It's just horribly wrong. They're just slowing you down by at least 10 to 12 hours. It's very bad. We do not want to do that. We want to complete the stones. Who's giving that advice? Literally everyone. That is the commonly accepted normal thing. Like literally everyone. Like it's not any single creator's fault or anything. That's the thing that people think is the right thing to do now. And it's not, but that is what people think is the right thing to do. And unfortunately, it is bad advice. Which is why we'll be doing our own Atlas guide, and why I'll be encouraging people to share that Atlas guide. Yes, hello dog. I can hear you barking. Dum, 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 dum. Okay, I tell you what. We've got 20 minutes or 18. We're gonna find out if we can do a sim. Oh man, I'd really like a Cinder Swallow for that though. I'd really like a Cinder Swallow. Oh, should we get a Cinder Swallow? That would broke me though. How much is an X now? I don't even know. Doesn't matter too much if you broke once you've got the important gear. It's true. Which we've got. 145. God damn, that came down low. Can you change an X, kind sir? The last exalt. What type of mechanic would you like to see? Like, I love the podcast with the race history. It's interesting, even though I don't really care about racing. Cool. What kind of mechanic would I like to see? I don't know. I'm one of the few weird people who thought Delirium so far has been the fucking best mechanic and best league we've had in a long time. I really, really enjoyed it. And so I guess I personally want to see more shit like that. But I know that that has not been the commonly held thought by everyone. Okay, you can do better than that. Oh, after you get identified, which is...
Exile.
Yeah. Boom. I don't really want any of these things. Wait, does this stack with my movement speed from here? I think it should. It's a completely different mod. Okay. Let's go with that. Oh look, we got 12 challenges by accident. Lol. And I guess we'll just put 9 of those on. Right, one way to find out. Quick look, movement speed 22%. We pop Quicksilver and Onslaught, normal Onslaught flask together, and then we get movement speed. Oh, whoops. 124. We put this Onslaught flask on, and we get movement speed 124. They do not stack on top of each other. That's okay. Now, we do not have any fire damage to spells, which is slightly sad. I don't suppose there's any chance I'm 15 over on fire and cold. No, not quite. That's okay. I should also buy some blessed orbs to get that up a bit. Okay. We're going to try a simulacrum. We've got 13 minutes left. I'm not 100% sure that I can finish a simulacrum in 13 minutes, but if we go over time, we go over time. Is your VD not mostly fire? This is not a VD build.
Remember this, Ramshan.
This is Working Class Exile.
Horrors and survived. I think it's time to at last test your limits.
You drop a 1-point voices, streamer RNG engaged. That would be hilarious. In a sim. Give it a follow. So now one of the upgrades that I'm going to want to do to this build is to find a way to get a little bit of fire damage added somewhere. It almost doesn't matter where. It just matters that fire damage to spells ends up in my build somewhere. because that just needs to happen. Now that I've put the Cinder Swallow on, I could probably give up Onslaught on the Jewel. See if I could get a mana and energy shield and fire damage one, maybe. Are you going to sell him to Bound after? So we did say, if he still wants it afterwards, yes, because I'm not a cunt. But we did say, on the odd occasion that we had to go a tiny bit over time, that we would, and that was fine, and that this was not like a challenge of exactly to 90-minute. It was just the idea of someone with very limited time. So, you know, if you've been playing for 20 days at 90 minutes a day, and then today is the first day that you are powerful enough to want to engage with the simulacrum, and that's going to put you 5 minutes over time, you're going to do that. You're going to sacrifice 5 minutes of your sleep to just, you know, get the simulacrum done, right? Like, that's a reasonable expectation to have, I would say. He said if he drops something huge, he'll just trade it to his other builds and make sure it's an X. Yeah, like if I find a 1-point voices, right, I'm gonna pretend I found like a 7-point voices, right? I'll sell it to my main account for the price of a 7-pointer, because otherwise, like, if it's something that crazy in the Mirror Plus area, I can't expect people to be like, oh, it's easy, just find this 2.5 mirror item, hope you derp. Like, that's not that's not happening. Hello? Damn it. When does this get hard again? What happens if I just, like, stand here? Actually, this one's got stuff in it. 15 plus, 17. We'll see at 15. I'll take me some scarabs, though. Yo! It's scarabs time. Dum, 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 dum. Will justify his chest. He puts out a lightning. Why? What's on the chest? And he already put out a lightning video, the lightning strike video this morning. He destroyed ghosts with no bad mods. I mean, I hope so. That's the intent. We're only going to get to play 90 minutes a day. We ain't making ship builds, that's for sure. I mean, maybe, you know, as a second or third character. Just what I do to swap chain for another gem for bossing. No, in fact, any gem you swap chain for is a damage down. Chain has a 150% mana multiplier. We already use all of the good, worthwhile 140% mana multipliers, which means if you swap it out, you either swap it for Elemental Focus, which stops you from being able to shock, which you don't want because our hits are hard enough to shock even Cirrus, even as an EO build, or you swap in a 130% mana multiplier, which ends up doing, at the very best, roughly the same amount of damage. Mana multipliers are very important. Chain actually makes it into our 6th link as a pure single target link on Archmage right now. And we literally just don't change gems. Which might actually be my favorite part of the build, is that I don't have goddamn gem swap. I hate gem swapping. Like, I proper hate it. I want these. Dum, 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 dum. Really? Shit maps.
You can't get
Redemption Centuries might be fun to try next league. Or this league. They're really good. Increased extra ailments. So the good thing about Hierophant and the other ways of getting ailment immune, rather than immune to freeze, immune to bleed, immune to shock, immune to ignite, if you just get generic ailment immunity, you are also immune to the new ailments. Meaning I can't be sap, brittle, or whatever that other one is.
I am no beast of burden.
That I definitely don't remember the name of. Dum, 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 dum. Scorch, that's the one, right? My bad.
Spent.
Oh, more scarabs. Let's go.
pass into the next world.
Let's see if we can try and get to 5 rewards. 6? 6 rewards, let's go. Come on, you can do it, I believe in you. You can do it. Yeah. Give me all them scarabs. I actually want these still. I'm picking those up purely because we're going to need a few of them. Just for some minor juicing. I didn't even want to pick up those maps. Too low.
Do you not wonder what
And I keep forgetting I should actually use that. Which I don't know, Wicked Ward. Battle Discipline is a very, very good defensive button. Can't even imagine what's going to be next week. Yeah, I don't even bother to speculate anymore. I've never been right. Been playing this game for like 20 or maybe 20, 21,000-ish hours. I'm never right about what the next league is going to be, but I'm always excited to play it. So I'm in. Like, whatever's up, I'm in. Like, let's go. Dum, 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 dum. Ooh, double harbinger currency. All right, let's go. Dum, dum, dum. Oh well, it's old mate. Bye, old mate. No unique? Hog, no unique. That means we've got a chance. Oh, that was only wave 14. Or 13 even. Okay, so we're definitely going over time today. Because we got another 7 waves to go. But I'm going to assume there's no way anyone on this tight schedule is leaving mid-simulacrum on their first simulacrum. Just being powerful enough to do it, you'll go over time. You'll be like, well, I guess I'll just sleep a little bit less today. Wife, husband turns off the internet. First of all, if your mum and dad turn off the internet, I don't know, go to school. Like, that's not my problem. And if your wife turns on the internet, off the internet, get a new one. She's not for you. Just throwing that out there. I would not be keeping her. Hello? Out there. Okay. Dum, 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 dum. Ooh, more div cards. Let's go. Can we get to 6? Oh, hello, buddy. Hi, bud. Hi, boss man. Bye, boss man. Damn. Doo-doo-doo. Ah, we got the Asylum Helm. Feels bad. Feels bad. drop that back on the ground. The damage is actually exciting. It is, but it's not worth anything. I should keep it just in case, though.
I will break you.
Go with God.
Goodbye, use items. Skin transfer? Oh, skin transfer, except you want them to just exist permanently. Yeah. Like a skin sacrifice rather than a skin transfer. Here we go, wave 20.
Be made a fool.
Just in case anyone was wondering, that was wave 19. Now, our 90-minute-a-day exile is very comfortably farming simulacrums. In case anybody is wondering or scared about it. Hello, Casosis. How you doing? Whatever the Archmage nerf is, we don't know yet. But I am absolutely positive either it will be fine or we will play the Inquisitor version of this, which is pretty much just as good. Or so the Inquisitor version does slightly less damage, but has significantly more tank.
My mana is spent.
We're almost deathless. Kosis on the last wave got us once. Only because I walked right into his fireball that was definitely, or whatever they are. So it was definitely my fault.
Like it or not, I'm not going.
But I don't think one death in a sim is bad for the first sim we've done. Like, I'm pretty happy with that as a performance. Doing good? Yeah. I'm pretty pleased with that. And we got a decent amount of scarabs to play with. I will find out if that guy actually wants the thing still. Boss. He still wants it. Sorry about the wait, mate.
The cold blusters from above, chilling the unwary to the bone.
Thank you. So So, N, we went about 10 minutes over today. Alright. So, that's the end of that. What did we do today? Well, we finished our low life transition off, which took a good 30-40 minutes just to get everything we needed bought, socket everything in the right places. We've ended up with just shy of 9k energy shield with 9.4k mana. A tooltip in my hideout of 78k. I'll be aiming to try and push that up a little bit more if I can. This is what our tree now looks like. You can see we've added a few extra fevered mines. We've added a healthy mind here to change these things, life nodes, into more mana. We have added a relatively cheap Watcher's Eye. This just gives us the consecrated ground, makes enemies take 10% increased damage, and a very good chunk of leech. We did already have a little bit of leech there and a little bit of leech from our ascendancy, so we probably didn't actually need this leech. But the difference between this Watcher's Eye and the next best Watcher's Eye is this one was like 90 chaos and the next good one was 4 exalts, so it would still be an upgrade path for us. We would look for getting a better Watcher's Eye at some point, but most builds, especially in softcore, should at your earliest convenience be using some relevant Watcher's Eye. Even if it's not a good one, it's probably better than anything you could have in that slot for a reasonable price. Excuse me. Alright, anyway, so that's how we ended up respecking. I will show the ascendancy because we changed that slightly. We went into Sanctity of Thought instead of Sign of Purpose. Now, that does hurt our damage, and this is at this point a decision-making process, and I'm actually going to spend 20 extra regrets just to in-game show people the difference. This is a personal preference. I got up to 78k. I think we were at 24 as the life version with the in-game tooltip, so that's comfortably 3 and a bit times the amount of damage, and upped our effective life to nearly 9k here. However, if I did not do this, and I had have kept this instead, you can see that we would have been at 5.9, just shy of 6k, which is significantly less. However, our tooltip becomes 148k. We were at a 24 or 26k at a life build, and it is now 150-ish. So what is that? For 6 times the damage? So this becomes, at this point, a personal preference thing between whether you want to have extra damage or extra health. Also an option when you use this way of going, where you use Sign of Purpose, is you could run 1 less fevered mind and have around an 8k mana cost with your 9k thing, and you still get 126k, and it lets you put in, you know, a small jewel or an actual jewel for onslaught or phasing, or fire damage for your Cinder Swallow Flask, or like there's a lot of things I can do with that 1 free socket. Honestly, I can't even really tell you which one's better because you do enough damage and have enough health in both versions, and it is really just a 10 refund point respec between the two. So with that in mind, we did a full simulacrum today, as well as completed a bunch of a few more of our maps and woke completions. We did not get to do a lot on the Atlas because we spent over half the time finishing our regear. So we'll be doing that a bunch tomorrow. We did the full simulacrum run all the way to wave 20. We died once to Hypsis on wave 20. Is that how I say his name? I think it is. And we did all of that with Sanctity of Thought. I may try tomorrow to use Sign of Purpose and see if I like that better. The 30% cooldown recovery speed is the number one thing that I missed from that. The only other thing of note that happened is we now have a level 4 empower for our dash and brand recall, because we dropped a level 3 empower from the league mechanic and then picked it up off the ground and immediately put a Val that was next to it on my inventory onto it, and it hit level 4, and then I just straight up swapped it in for my level 3 that I had bought many days ago. So that worked quite well for me, and I'm pretty happy about it. We did, however, spend almost all of our money. Yeah, we now have 90 chaos left, but that is fine because we now have all the gear we need. I am now in proper endgame gear. The only things that I could do would be to get an elemental weakness corruption on the Voidbringer, and I wouldn't mind blessing and mana qualitying this poor ring, and that's about it. Actually, I should also probably quality up my helmet and shield. Those need to be done. Didn't do that. Whoopsie daisy, my bad. But that is where we're at. So I'm pretty happy with it. And God, Stormbrand is fun. And if you are worried about the Archmage nerf, please don't be. If they nerf it, if they halve it, it will still be fantastic. If they nerf it enough that we don't want to use it anymore, the exact same playstyle always worked before Archmage existed as an Inquisitor, and we will just be an Inquisitor and do it in the normal way next league, if that is what happens. There will not be a problem. This playstyle, this speed, this smoothness will still exist. We will be able to do whatever we want. We will still be able to start Stormbrand. We can guarantee that. Whether or not we play Archmage specifically, I don't know, but it will be fine, and I will have a full step-by-step guide on the website to make sure that everyone can do a nice, fast, smooth league start. Alright, that is all. That is the end of day 20, which I actually think is really good progress. 20 days into a league, and we've completed all of our stones and have a full endgame low-life variant. We can do the endgame mechanics. We can do simulacrums. I'm going to continue this up until day 25, and then I think that's where we're going to stop. We'll just see what we got in 25 days, and that will give us a pretty good indication. I think it's, at this point, I would say I think it's possible to get everything done quite comfortably on a character, and then still make 2 other characters and fully gear them out in a league if you only get to play 90 minutes a day. I think it's quite comfortably able to make 3 or maybe even 4 full different builds and gear them out and everything. But yeah, 25 I think is going to be the end. But that is all for now, and I will see everybody from YouTube later. Goodbye.